In a peaceful town lived a young woman named Amina. She was known throughout the town for her extraordinary beauty. Whenever she walked through the market, people stopped to admire her. But Amina had one belief: I will never marry a poor man. She dreamed of luxury cars, expensive clothes, giant mansions, and a life filled with wealth. As years passed, many good men came to ask for her hand in marriage. One was a hard-working teacher. Another was a kind mechanic. Another owned a small business and was respected by everyone. But Amina rejected them all. She laughed at some of them. She ignored others. And each time she would say, "If you don't have money, don't waste my time." Her parents became worried. One evening, her father sat beside her. "My daughter," he said softly, "money can make life comfortable, but it cannot guarantee happiness." Her mother added, "Look for a man with a good heart." But Amina refused to listen. Months later, a wealthy stranger arrived in town. He was handsome, young, and incredibly rich. His cars were worth more than some houses. People whispered whenever he passed. When he saw Amina, he immediately became interested. After a short courtship, they got married. The wedding was the biggest celebration the town had ever seen. Amina felt like she was living in a dream. After the wedding, her husband took her to his enormous mansion. The house had everything: swimming pools, luxury cars, beautiful gardens, expensive furniture. Amina couldn't believe her eyes. "This is the life I've always wanted," she thought. Then her husband showed her every room in the mansion. At the end of a long hallway stood a large black door. The man's smile disappeared. His voice became serious. "You may enter any room in this house," he said, "but never open this door." Amina nodded. For the first few weeks, she obeyed. But every time she passed the hallway, she looked at the mysterious door. Questions filled her mind. What was inside? Why was it forbidden? What secret was being hidden? Soon, curiosity became an obsession. She began watching her husband's movements. Whenever he entered the room, he locked the door carefully behind him. This only increased her curiosity. One rainy afternoon, her husband rushed out unexpectedly. In his hurry, he forgot to lock the mysterious door. Amina noticed immediately. Her heart started pounding. She knew she shouldn't, but temptation was stronger than wisdom. Slowly she approached. Her hands trembled. The hallway felt colder with every step. She reached for the handle and opened the door. Inside was a dark chamber. Strange symbols covered the walls. Candles flickered in every corner. The air felt heavy. Then she saw terrifying evidence of dark rituals. At that moment, she heard footsteps. Her husband was inside. The sight was too much for her mind to handle. She screamed. She ran. She kept running until she collapsed. The shock shattered her sanity. Days later, her parents found her wandering the streets, talking to herself. Heartbroken, they went to confront the wealthy husband. "What happened to our daughter?" they cried. The man lowered his head. "I gave her everything she ever wanted. I gave her luxury. I gave her wealth. I gave her comfort. But I asked her to obey one simple instruction. She chose curiosity over wisdom." The parents left in tears. As they watched their daughter wander aimlessly, they realized a painful truth. The wealth she spent her whole life chasing could not save her, and the dream she sacrificed everything for became her greatest nightmare.